Welcome to Birmingham General Cemetery, a Grade 2 star listed cemetery located in Birmingham's historic jewellery quarter. Known now as Key Hill, it was opened in 1836 by a group of non-conformist businessmen, that is, those who are not members of the Anglican faith. It was Birmingham's first non-denominational cemetery, the object being to provide a burial ground which would be open to those of all religions and faiths or none. Key Hill holds a range of intriguing catacombs and a wealth of funerary monuments, on which are recorded many of Birmingham's famous and influential residents. With stories as diverse as that of Shakespearean actors, Victorian poets, industrialists, politicians, radical preachers, the first female journalist, and the inventor of egg-free custard. Many of these residents were essential in the establishment of George Dawson's civic gospel, the ethos of which was an ambitiously inclusive culture where everything should be for everybody. This movement helped the people of Birmingham create a reputation as a trailblazing modern city. In partnership with the Everything to Everybody project, we would like to tell you more about these Victorian do-gooders.
Robert Martineau was born in Norwich in 1798 and was one of 8 children. He left Norwich at the age of 20 and after a brief stay in London moved to Dudley, where he joined the nail-making business of his future wife's uncle. Martineau settled in Birmingham in 1828, where he set up a business as a brasscock manufacturer, a successful business which was still operating into the early 20th century. Why Robert moved to Birmingham is not known, but freedom of religious expression may have been a factor. Birmingham at the time was not an incorporated borough and therefore didn't have to abide by the 5 Mile Act, which allowed both Unitarians and nonconformists to worship there freely. In 1831, Martineau took up a role of street commissioner, a position which, due to Birmingham's non-corporation, meant that street commissioners and justices were effectively the city's government. In 1838, the idea to set up Edgbaston Proprietary School in Hagley Road was made during a dinner at Martineau's house. The school was proposed to provide education for nonconformists, who at the time were not admitted to King Edward's. In 1860, after King Edward's rescinded the exclusion of nonconformists, Edgbaston Proprietary School became King Edward's Five Ways. Martineau, having previously been a street commissioner, was elected Alderman of Birmingham after it became an incorporated borough in 1838, and later became Lord Mayor of Birmingham, serving in 1846 and 1847. When he became almost blind in 1854, Robert relied on his eldest daughter, Susan, to read him papers for meetings, to guide him and to nurse him. Martineau was eventually forced to retire from the council in 1858. Robert Martineau died on 17th June 1870 in Edgbaston and is buried in this family grave alongside 5 other members of his family. The family headstone is broken and a section of it, including some of the inscription for Robert Martineau, is missing. An obituary states, "In the town council, his career was marked by devotion to its truest interests, by great unselfish sacrifices of time and care, and he was amongst the earliest and most honoured of our mayors." Robert Martineau's sister, Elizabeth, seen here at the top of the family headstone, is the 5 times great-grandmother of Her Royal Highness Catherine, the Duchess of Cambridge. I hope you have enjoyed this brief insight into the people buried here in Key Hill Cemetery. If you'd like to learn more about the people buried within Key Hill or Warstone Lane cemeteries, or if you want to find out more about the Everything to Everybody project, you can go to links in this video's description. If you'd like to help us to continue with our work, you can donate to the Jewellery Quarter Research Trust's GoFundMe page. The link is in the description, and all the proceeds will go towards the production of more virtual tours.